There are many cats in the world. Some big, some small. Some live in zoos while some live in your home. But there's one cat in particular that's given the beautiful sights of Cornwall another layer of mystery. No one knows much about it, and only a small number of people have ever laid eyes on it. But the days of not knowing what the beast of Bodmin actually is are over.
Hi, I'm Ash. I'm an avid fan of the supernatural. I believe in ghosts, aliens, and recently, the beast of Bodmin. It was the first thing I heard about when I first moved to Cornwall, and I'd always hoped I'd get the chance to see it. Well, now I can. Follow me as I take you on my investigation of horror and mystery as we go on the search for the beast of Bodmin.
They say the best way to find a beast is to do your research. And with research being my weakest element of beast hunting, I managed to find a convenient dark room to set up base for myself to try it. I wasn't really sure where to begin. Honestly, the internet has so many stories of myths and legends and reported sightings of this thing, so I found a cool board to organise my mind. I was worried people were going to think I was crazy, but nothing was going to get in the way of me finding this beast. I decided a good place to begin was to call some places where the beast had recently been spotted.
Oh, hello. Okay, this may sound a bit crazy, but I was wondering, have any of your staff members or any of your residents had any reports of seeing a big cat around your holiday park? Beast of Bodmin?
Nope, definitely not us.
Oh.
Sorry.
Okay, that's alright then. Never mind. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Bye. Shit.
Good afternoon, Bodmin Station Centre. Mary speaking. How can I help?
Oh, hi. I'm just trying to research for a film I'm making. I was wondering, could you give me a brief overview, if possible, of the Beast of Bodmin, please? Do you have any records of any previous sightings or any recent sightings?
Yeah, if you just type into Google, you should be. If I direct you to our website, you should be able to find a little bit on him because we hold a Heritage Day every year in July.
Brilliant. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye. Okay, well, so far, the one thing we have learned is that this documentary is a fucking mess.
As I sat there reeling from those embarrassing phone calls, I realised my approach to finding the beast was getting me nowhere. It was time to have a crack at finding the beast myself. First stop, Bodmin.
Yeah, good shout. Love me some museums. I do. Let's take a look at the Bodmin Town Museum. I'm sure they have loads of stuff on the beast in there. It's shut. So the museum's bloody closed, but I'm not disheartened. I think we should go and find some residents and have a chat. Have a chat about the beast.
And I've been in Bodmin 35 years and I've known people who actually own wild cats. Unfortunately, we've never come across anything. So there are a lot of stories, a lot of pictures taken from a far distance, but nobody's actually photographed the wild cat or the beast of Bodmin.
Do you think it's real?
I think it's a good possibility because our weather is conducive to wildlife surviving.
Well, the beast ain't out here. So we just had two amazing contributors. One that didn't want to be on camera, and he showed us this massive panther-like statue that could be related to the beast. I mean, it was a black panther, so obviously it was the beast. The Bodmin residents are loving us, and we are loving them.
While we were looking for people to talk to, we came across someone who had actual photos of the beast that his friend had taken. So far, this was our first big clue, and my first bit of hope that we would actually be able to find the beast. So with that, it was time to head to the moor, the very place where most of the beast sightings have been from.
Bodmin Moor, supposedly one of Cornwall's designated areas of natural beauty. And today, I suppose it rather is. The beast of Bodmin has been described to be like a panther-like cat, around 3 to 5 feet long, with yellow eyes. Ever since the first series of reported sightings in 1978, any evidence of the beast was substantial enough that in 1995, the government ordered an official investigation into its existence. When the investigation concluded, there was no clear evidence of such a cat on the moor, although it did state there was no clear evidence against its existence either.
You can see why the beast would make this place its home. There are plenty of sheep and other livestock for the beast to feast on here. As I waited for any sort of sign, movement, or sound of the beast, my mind started to wonder about the history of the beast and how this thing first came into Cornwall legacy. So we're on our way now to Bodmin Jail to talk to someone called Chris Wilkes. We're going to find out what he knows about the beast of Bodmin. Pretty exciting, never been to Bodmin Jail before. As this was my first time to Bodmin Jail, I couldn't say no to the opportunity of having a look around, but, as I soon learnt, I might have wished I had. I actually feel very sick. I don't know if it was the packet of crisps I had, or if this place is just really, really disturbing. Would you be able to tell me when and where the beast stories originated?
In a modern context, you're actually looking at two versions of the beast. The first being, I say, the popular myth, the sightings of an actual real panther-like animal out on the moors within Cardinham Woods, seen by many. And on another level, the beast has a totally different representation. The beast represents the struggle that is Cornwall, the rise of industry, copper, fish and tin, the death of those industries, and the struggle of the beast that is Cornwall. I, for example, used to live in a valley literally just over the other side of town, and have seen something that looked like a panther walking across fields early one morning. It looked like a panther, so long, low, big tail, literally just walking across a field on the other side of the valley, minding its own business. Were the young men of Bodmin commissioned by the elders of the town to actually go out and hunt the beast? Actually, yes. Let's find a picture and we'll show you where they are. The young men of the town are let out to go and find the beast and capture him, to bring him back for trial at 1549.
Alright, brilliant.
Is that good enough?
I don't like this place.
I decided to go somewhere a bit more happy and light-hearted, somewhere where I could actually get some answers about the beast.
Do you believe that there is a beast in Bodmin?
Don't know about Bodmin. The reason why they get called the Beast of Exmoor, the Beast of Dartmoor, the Beast of Bodmin is because the moors are our last big, wide wildernesses we have in the UK, and that's where most sightings are seen. There are definitely cats in the UK. There isn't any pressure put on them. If you think about a cat like this in the wild where it's supposed to be, there's an awful lot of other cats fighting for territories. There's an awful lot of man. There's an awful lot of everything trying to fight for territories. In the UK, there simply isn't.
What is it? For me, it's a puma. Yeah.
There you go. Hello, you. Come in.
For my head keeper, who is now our curator, Derek, that you've been chatting to, he'll tell you it's about leopard. Potentially, you're never going to see them, which is how they're able to adapt. They'll find places where they can go and stay secret.
Do you believe that there is a beast in Bodmin?
It is possible. There's good food supply up there for them. There's lots of deer, farmers' sheep, unfortunately, and again, there's lots of places that they could hide.
We may have not found the beast during this documentary, but as I sat there in the back of the car leaving Exmoor Zoo, I still had every hope in me that it was still out there somewhere. Maybe its home isn't just on Bodmin Moor. Maybe it roams other landscapes, writing itself into other myths and legends. But for now, the legends of the beast of Bodmin remain amongst that desolate landscape. There is no doubt that Bodmin Moor is a creepy place.
Should you find yourself alone there as dusk is falling, try not to let your mind think about the layers of legend, horror, and mystery associated with its wild and rugged landscape. And in particular, whatever you do, try not to let your mind dwell on its beasts.